Hello and welcome to Food Journey. Cake making, not my forte. I thank my mum actually for not bringing me up having a sweet tooth. But as a result, maybe thankfully, but probably my lack of interest in making sweet things in the kitchen. But today, we're visiting cottage industry cake whiz, Ifeoma Okoye, for a cake lesson. And I'm looking forward to overcoming my fear and limitations today and finding out just what it takes to thrive in this industry and hopefully gain new confidence in this specialized craft. Ready, steady, cake lesson. So we've arrived at Ifeoma's house. Let's go meet her.
Hello, Sonia. I've been waiting for you. Welcome to my home.
Thank you. Okay.
Let's go to the kitchen.
All right, after you. You have a beautiful kitchen, first of all, Ifeoma.
Yeah, thank you, Sonia. Thank you so much. Thank you.
It's absolutely gorgeous and immaculate. And immaculate it is, beautifully organized and equipped with everything you could imagine that a professional baker really needs. I'm happy to be here. I'm really excited. You know, my history of making cakes is not a fabulous one. I've never really actually been able to get it right. And I'm excited today because I know you're an expert at this and you're going to show me firsthand, step by step, how to do this and actually hopefully not be afraid of doing it in the future.
Honestly, I'm actually super excited that you came and I'm telling you learn because I was once in your shoes.
Really?
Yes, I didn't know how to make cake, but I learned. And it's not actually difficult, just following the steps.
Following
and
instructions.
You are good.
Yes. But why cakes, for instance? I mean, why did you decide to make cakes instead of maybe food in general?
Nice questions. I'll be very honest, I never thought I'll be able to do this. I never even thought cake. But actually a need arose. I don't know whether you want to know the need.
Oh yes, I certainly do.
We have this ceremony when the children goes to school and they have their birthdays. We actually buy cake for them to share with friends. On this special day, our first son was having his birthday. I went to the first cake shop. There was no cake. I went to the second one. They said, Madam, they just bought the last cake. I was so worried. I went to the third one. I saw a cake, not so good, but because I didn't have a choice, I had to buy it. So I just told myself that I need to do this. I started developing interest. And that interest prompted me to go to a cake school to learn the basic. I actually went to a cake school, learned the basic, went to another cake school, did advanced course, and right now I'm still doing courses because it's evolving. The customers' need are not static. So you have to be up in your game.
So the learning never really ends.
It never ends.
So for the person who actually thinks, oh, you know, I'll go in and make this cake and that's sort of like a 3-cake repertoire. There are hundreds of other different types of cakes and styles and of course decoration, etc. that you can hone so that you really can raise your standard.
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm starting from step 1. So you have to bear with me and have a little patience.
It's okay.
Okay, but I'm sure I'm in good hands.
Okay.
So Ifeoma, what's the first thing that's essential to do when you're starting to bake a cake? I know you got to get all the ingredients out and your measuring tools, etc. But what is that first, most essential thing?
The most essential thing to do when you want to start baking your cake is to preheat your oven.
I see. So preheating the oven allows you to be at the full capacity of heat that the cake requires.
Absolutely.
Good. Okay, so anybody who tries to put a cake in cold into the oven and the oven heats up, it makes a difference as to how the cake's going to come out.
Yes, absolutely. It does.
Okay, so what are we going to be making today? How many cakes?
Wow, I'm so excited.
I'm excited too.
That's what we're going to make today. I'm so excited.
I'm excited too. Okay. So let's get rolling.
Wow.
So Ifeoma, you've got a cottage industry, which means that you're working from your own home base, which is admirable. Tell me, what were the fears and sort of trepidations, or maybe none at all in your case, I don't know, but you'll let us know, about starting a business like that from your home? Because there are risks involved. It's your time, definitely your money. And tell us a little bit about how you felt just before you started this adventure.
Really, starting the business, I didn't have fears because first of all, I really learned the business and I didn't just jump into the business per se. I had to learn the rudiments of the business. I didn't start with a loan, so I was comfortable.
So this is a fantastic array of ingredients and stuff. Your bowls are gorgeous. These are the nicest mixing spoons I've seen in my life. What's the first thing that we're going to do?
First thing we have to do is to take our measurement of the whole ingredients.
Okay.
I use it for chocolate cake.
Fantastic. And I see that you've got here what looks like a digital scale.
Correct.
Yes?
This is a digital scale.
Now, this looks kind of alien to me.
You are probably used to the analog scale, and I have it right there.
Aha.
So now I'm going to teach you how to switch on your measuring scale.
I see an on-off button.
Yes, on and off button.
Should I do that?
Do
Okay.
that, please.
Ding. Okay.
Wow.
Zero.
It must be at 0 at every time.
Right. 0 every time. Yes. Kind of like we zero out that analog scale, yes, with an empty thing to measure it, and then we can go. Okay, so flour, yeah?
This recipe calls for 2 cups of flour, but normally I prefer using my digital scale for all my dry ingredients for accuracy.
So let me ask you a thing about that measuring. I think that a lot of people get the cake wrong at this point because we fail to measure things accurately. Sometimes they even ask you for a level teaspoon of something, and that means actually scraping it off, right? So all those things really matter. Tell me about that need.
Like if the recipe calls for 1 cup of flour, you are not supposed to scoop your measuring cup into the flour, into your container. What you do is you take a spoon and scoop the flour into your measuring cup, and you level with your knife. But what I prefer doing, I prefer using the digital scale because it's accurate.
Fantastic.
Let's measure at 250 grams of flour.
So Ifeoma, that was very accurate. I think I'm going to have to get one of those scales.
Oh yes,
okay.
You should.
So what's next? All the other ingredients, obviously.
Yes, we're going to measure out all the other ingredients.
Okay, so let's go for it. What do you have there?
Baking powder.
Baking powder, okay. So this is the stuff that makes the cake rise.
That's our baking soda. So we do our cocoa powder.
Cocoa powder. I want to get my hands on this and a sniff if I could. Really rich and chocolatey.
Yes.
Okay. I see I'm not doing anything much. Okay, I'm happy to hold.
Okay, I think you should do this.
Really?
Yes, you should.
Okay.
But you remember to level. We are doing 3/4.
3/4.
So what we need now, our measuring cup doesn't have 3/4, so we do.
Okay, I'm moving this over for a second. 1/4. This is a little bit too much math for me. Okay,
so you don't need to scoop in your...
Right. While I measure, Ifoma prepares her baking pans by lining them with parchment paper. And then she paints them with vegetable shortening for a non-sticky finish.
I'm sure you're going to make a nice cake after you leave this place.
Well, I hope I make a nice cake
You,
before I
you,
leave this
you,
place.
you should. That's why you're doing it now.
Okay, so
Okay.
there we go.
So
Boom.
let's get, that's nice. So we need salt.
Salt. How much salt?
Just half
baker's
TSP.
pinch?
Half TSP.
Okay, I've got another knife here and
Level.
level.
Lovely.
Okay.
So next
Lovely,
move.
she says. Lovely, she says. Okay,
Next move, we're going to sieve it.
Sieving.
Sieve them together.
Right. So let's move
And
on
I think you
this.
should do that as well.
I should do it too.
Oh, yes.
This is easy. She
Just
says-
try to lift up your sieve a
Lift
little
up the
bit
sieve.
higher.
Okay.
Not so, yeah.
Just dump it in.
Yes, do that.
Lift the sieve higher.
And
just
sieve
give it some-
gently.
Give it some. Ooh,
Nice sieve.
ooh, one-handed girl.
Oh, I love
So-
the way you're doing it.
Thank you for style. So why are we sieving?
Yes, most times your baking soda can equally have lumps and even your cocoa powder. So
Right.
it's necessary you sieve to make it very smooth.
Okay, fantastic.
Now look at you. Wow. I
Love
love
the
this. I
color.
love what you're doing. Wow.
Yeah, are you just being nice?
No. You're doing well.
You tell that
You're
to
doing
all
well.
your students.
Yes.
Okay, see? Okay,
But
so
I know you're doing right,
thanks.
to be honest.
You're giving me confidence. Okay, so I'm scooping in
200 grams.
200 grams. So let's go. 42.
Easy.
Oh, too fast, too hard. Gently.
Easily.
159.
Okay. You're almost there. You're almost there.
213.
It's over. I said 200 grams of brown
See,
sugar.
see how I'm not listening. 199 and 200.
You've gotten it there. Then,
Ta-da. So I needed to go up to 400 grams.
yes,
Literally.
yeah.
Hey, I've been able to use my maths for something at
Wow,
last.
I love that.
316. We need to get 400.
You're almost there. You're almost there. Wow, you're almost there. No,
Boop.
you're good.
400.
You're good. Now I want you to pour in the sugar into your dry ingredients
Sugar
and
into
whisk
the dry.
gently.
I've never whisked sugar before.
Seriously?
Flour.
Seriously?
Nope, I haven't. So you just want me to give it some stir.
Just need
Let me
gently.
be gentle.
Yes.
Because the way I was taking
But we
out
are going
that-
to mix it till everything is incorporated.
Okay, look at that. A whisk for
This
dry
part is
ingredients.
very important as well.
Oh, really?
So that sugar will not be on one section and cocoa powder on one section. So everything needs to be
side.
incorporated.
Okay, I get you. And thus the need to sieve.
Yes.
Because if you had lumps, that's just inviting that unevenness.
So you can equally stir.
can-
Yes.
Get some muscle in there.
Oh,
Oops,
see
whoa.
what you, that's nice. I love this. I love
It kind of
this.
looks like
I
dry
love this. Oh.
dust, doesn't it? Okay, so let me try a little trick. Do I kind of like look around here? Does that make any sense? See if there's
I think
any.
it does.
I bet you never do that.
Okay, let's make it well.
Okay,
Just make it well. We're going to pour in our wet ingredient.
making a well.
Yeah.
2 eggs and 1 yolk and buttermilk.
Next time you want to do that, I don't think you will do that anymore. This is your first time. That's why you're holding on to it.
Holy honey. Dear
Oh
life.
my goodness.
Dear life.
I I love this. Wow.
This is one
Just
stir.
stir.
This is one I'm counting.
Do you want me to show you? Let me
Yeah.
show you. Let me
Okay,
show you.
please.
Let me show you.
Ah. See.
I know next time you do it even better than I'm doing it right now.
Ifeoma is getting started with cake number 2. And this time, I think I'll just step back for a bit. So now, Ifeoma, anybody can bake a cake if you do what you're supposed to do, follow the directions, etc. But when you want to translate this into a business, obviously you've got to know the business side of things. Did you come into this knowing the business side, having an idea, or is it something that you had to learn?
Nice questions. Every business, no matter outside cake, you need to really know the business angle, aside the making. Like cake is not just the making, but the business angle. And I had to figure it out, and I had to go to an institution and I register to learn the structure of the business.
Fantastic.
To learn business ethics as well, and other things associated with business, to be able to manage your funds as you grow.
Good answer, Ifeoma. Now these carrots are going to get grated and the pineapple cut. So Ifeoma, how is it running your business and being a mom of 3, you don't look it, and taking care of them, doing the business, taking care of your husband? What's that like, the dynamic?
Actually, to be honest, when I started, I didn't know how to strike the balance.
Oh.
Because I had to please my clients because I'm just starting up. But as I started growing, I had to find a way to balance out so that the business will not suffer and my family as well. Because family comes first before business.
Okay, so now the addition of the pineapple for sweetness, and I'm thinking moisture purposes, am I right?
Yeah, very right.
Yay.
Have you baked a carrot cake before?
I've eaten one.
One cup vegetable oil.
And just look at all that promising carroty goodness. This will be a real treat. Chocolate cake is ready and looking fab. Now they have to cool on these wire racks. A pan of water at the bottom of the stove to steam our carrot cake. This cake will have 2 more elements: a chocolate ganache filling and a whipped cream icing.
To make your chocolate ganache, all you need to do is to add chocolate into your milk equal amounts.
Ganache.
We do this to enable the cake to sit properly. This is homemade chocolate sauce.
That looks yummy, yummy, yummy.
It is. So I'm going to kind of form like a boundary, build an edge.
Using a piping bag.
Using the piping bag, putting my whipped cream. When working with whipped cream, you need to be fast because it melts.
This cake lesson has clearly been a labor of love and reveals the truth about all of us, that we all possess something that we can do well. Finding it is a matter of recognition, trial and error, studying, the spirit of dedication and desire. A tall order indeed, but Ifeoma embodies all of the above and has transformed my fear into courage and more confidence. We can all learn a good lesson from her. Well done.
I'm going to put you on the spot right now. Be creative with this. Over to you.
Thanks. So hold my big mouth.
Oh my God.
You think I can't do this?
Oh, I know. I trust you.
Watch.
Wow. Whew. Wow. This is great. I'm sure you've done this before. You were just kidding me that you've never baked a cake. You've done this before.
I'm an artist.
See it now.
maybe
So
I've got a little bit
professional.
of an
Oh.
artist eye.
Oh my gosh. Wow. This is lovely.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
What are we going to call this design? Sonia's
Sonia's.
design.
Sonia's design.
Oh my God. Wow. So you can put it. Oh my God, this is good. Oh my God, I love this.
Wow. No, I had to take a picture of that.
Okay.
This has been absolutely fantastic. I've had so much fun. I know now that cake making is not easy, despite what you say. You're used to it. But I've learned a lot, and I want to thank you so much for being on Food Journey today and helping me create this great cake, for creating this beautiful cake with me.
Okay.
I appreciate it so much. Have you got any final words of encouragement, of wisdom for any lady, I'm going to say lady, sorry guys, out there who wants to start their own cottage industry, whatever it may be?
Okay. First of all, I want to really appreciate you, Sonia. You've actually been so amazing. I want to just advise you here, whatever it is that is delaying you to start, please look no more, start. You don't need to have so much to start. What I will tell you, there's a quote I love so much, that every expert in anything has a beginning. And the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a step.
The first
The first step. So you need to start. Come out of your comfort zone. Stop that stereotype. Those are old stereotypes that the kitchen, a woman's place ends in the kitchen. You need to do something. And what I will advocate, women, we can try to help one another. Don't be your own stumbling block. Just help one. I've had a lot of ladies that helped me in life as well. Wonderful. And I appreciate that. So we can do that for one another.
That's beautiful. And everybody, no man is an island.
Yes.
We all have to work together and look at the beautiful result when 4 hands do one wonderful thing.
Oh, yes.
From Food Journey, we're going to both say goodbye. We had such a great time.
Yes,
and
we did.
See you next time.
Wow. Bye-bye.